Hello. So I just wanted to share something with you that can definitely be taken to improve your business, but also just to improve the enjoyment that you have in life and set you aside from everyone else in like the area of work that you do, or even just set you aside from like the herd of standard people in your standard life. And it's going to be something that scares a lot of people. And that's exactly why it's going to set you aside. It's not a scary thing. It's called extreme accountability or extreme responsibility, however you want to take it. But what it is taking an unfair amount of responsibility for actions that play out in the world, out in your world, right? So this means you're going to be doing a lot more than other people. But with that, you're going to be gaining so much more as well. You're going to be the person that people go to. Now, I say this from experience. I really do. So many occasions during this quarantine where I've been like, do you know what? I want something to change. I want something better to come of the world. And there's only one person that I can truly rely on to make that happen, and that's myself. Now, of course, I've got people that I see as extremely responsible and really help me, but it doesn't change the fact that the only actions I control are my own. Now, to give some examples, sometimes maybe you've got a customer or, like a client, and something goes a little bit wrong, maybe on their side or on your side, and it kind of seems like that's the end. Why allow that? Just go above and beyond in every sense. Surprise people. Like, it's overwhelming when that happens. People are lost for words. Like, do you not want that kind of experience to happen? For me, it's actually allowed me to have so much more of a life, like so many more experiences. I've taken responsibility for postage in my previous work because I couldn't rely on the Royal Mail. There was issues with that. So that took me to all these kind of crazy areas in London, cycling on my bike. Now, that might scare a lot of people, right? Why would I want to do that? The experience was all part of it. People were overwhelmed with the fact that the delivery would always be on the time that I said, because I'm the one that's performing that. If there's an issue that comes up in the family, that doesn't last very long, because there's an extra sense of responsibility that I'll take. And now my backdrop's changed. Look, I'm at a different family member's house helping out. Like, it's great. I'm experiencing so much more of the world. And you don't want to fit in with the herd. You don't want to have the same life as everyone else. So you've got to do something else, something bigger. Take responsibility in areas that other people wouldn't have. And believe me, it's going to fill your life with so much more meaning. And there's something really important about the meaning. Rather than the happiness, happiness comes after meaning. And meaning is something that you can control. But often happiness, sometimes you've got good days, sometimes you've got bad days. But you're always responsible for something, and you can always add responsibility to that. So use that meaning as a catalyst for your happiness and for the happiness of the environment that you're creating around you. I think it's so important. And the reason I say that it scares people is because you'll take an unfair amount of responsibility. For some relationships to properly work, you might have to put in 80% of the effort. And that scares people. But if you want it to work, that's much better than it not working and you putting in 50%, right? After a while, this kind of thing will rub off on people, and it will be like this spiraling energy that just grows and grows. And it's an amazing place to be. And it's also extremely important to do things that would scare other people, because that's your superpower. I can do that thing that scares everyone else. And even if it is just taking 1% extra responsibility, putting yourself in places where you become more responsible for something, that sets you aside from the hurt. People maybe don't expect you to solve a particular problem that wasn't necessarily your fault. But if you can, wow, how impressive is that? How much does that set you aside from everyone else? How much extra meaning does that provide? And then again, in turn, how much extra happiness is going to come of that? Now, I'm in an extremely happy place, providing more responsibility to myself. And I just think it's worth sharing and worth you guys just giving it a go. Go above and beyond. That's always said. Go above and beyond, but go do more than what the other person would do. And really, really embody that, going above and beyond. Make it mean something to you.